Let me ask you a question. What would happen if you took a week off or a month off or even 3 months off away from your business? What would happen? Would you come back to find your business more profitable, or would you come back and say, where's my business? My business is gone. Just complete chaos. In my previous video, I shared with you how to build a business that actually runs without you. If you have not watched that video, you could click here and go watch that. I talked about the importance of having systems in your business. I also share with you the 3 basic forms of systems that you need to have in your business. So today I want to continue to have that conversation with you and talk a little bit about why most business owners don't have systems, even though they may know that this is important for them. What are some of the things they're going through psychologically, internally, that it's preventing them from having systems that will help them scale and grow, even though it makes very logical sense. So if you cannot step away from your business, if your business cannot function without you, if you are the main driver of the business, chances are you are stuck in what I call an owner paradox, meaning that your business won't function without you. Your day-to-day operation heavily depending on you. So if your business is not system dependent, guess what? It is dependent on you. So one of the key questions that you have to ask yourself is, are you creating an asset? Are you building an asset? Or are you simply buying yourself a job, being just a self-employed? And there's nothing wrong with, hey, if you just want to run a small business and you pay yourself a little salary and you make a decent living and you're happy with that, that's perfectly fine. But my guess is, you got into business because you want freedom. In fact, comment below, why did you start your business in the first place? What was your motivation? Did you start that business because you say to yourself, you know what, I want to be in control of my own destiny? That maybe you see a need in the marketplace and you say to yourself, I could do something better. I could serve the needs in the marketplace better. Or you just want more choices in life. Or maybe you want to provide a better lifestyle for yourself and for your family. Whatever that reason might be, comment below. And look at the most successful companies in the world, in major cities or any towns. You walk into a McDonald's, you walk into a Burger King, right? You walk into an IKEA, you walk into an Apple store, right? You don't see Ray Kroc working behind the counter and flipping burgers. You do not see Steve Jobs arranging the product shelf, right? You don't see Howard fixing a coffee behind the Starbucks counter. You don't see that. And you have to understand something very, very profound as a business owner. And this is something that Michael Gerber talks about in the E-Myth, right? In the book. Your product is not the Grande Latte, it's not the Big Mac. Your product is the business. That's your product. That's what you want to focus on. How do you create a business model that is replicatable and scalable? That's what you need to focus on as a business owner, not just doing the work. So when I hear business owners say, well, I don't want to expand, I just want to have a small business, I always reply, well, you do if you want freedom and you actually want to create wealth as a business owner. You need to expand, because if you're not growing, you are dying. Remaining small means slow death, because when you remain small, you cannot grow. It means that you cannot grab market share. It means that you're not making enough profits. Maybe you make enough profits, just pay yourself a good wage. But that's not enough to hire a team. That's not enough to hire that CFO, that COO to run your business, to have a team around you. You need more profits to do that. You need to grow your business to a certain size so you could have a team. So you could have an executive team. So you could have people working with you together to build that vision. That's the only way you could get freedom. That's the only way that you will get your time back. So by playing small, you are giving up your freedom. You must grow. It doesn't mean you need to grow this massive company with thousands and thousands of employees. But what it does mean is you need your business to be successful enough, to be profitable enough that you could take some time off, that you could have smart people around you. And smart people cost money. They cost money to hire, they cost money to maintain. And the reality is you can't afford a COO or a GM or a vice president or a CFO if you're only making a few $1,000,000 a year. That is not enough. One of them is 6-figure a year easily. So your business needs to generate enough profits so you could afford someone like that or multiple of them. Here's something you have to understand. Your business is only truly successful without you, not because of you. Although my organization is heavily rely on my personal brand, but my brand, Dan Lok, is not a person. Dan Lok is a brand with a big team behind it. It is not just me that's running the business. My team is helping me to run the business. Another thing that I hear from business owners, well, I don't need to write things down. I don't have time to write things down. It's faster if I just do it myself. Well, the problem with that is, guess what? Every single time a problem like that comes up, you have to be the one that go solve the problem. You cannot delegate effectively. When you cannot delegate, it means that you cannot scale. You always have to be the hero of the business to save the day. And I totally get it. I used to be like that as well. Some business owners, they get their self-worth and self-esteem from the business, meaning they thrive on chaos. Be honest, if that's you, right? You want to see chaos subconsciously, and you want to be the one that goes in the business. Hey, let me save the day. Let me get it done, right? You want to be the smartest person in your company. Well, if you're the smartest person in your company, guess what? Your company can grow because you're only one person. You only have so many hours in a day, right? You become the bottleneck of the business. I don't believe that you should be a slave to your business, that you should be a master of your business. Your business should be a vehicle that helps you to accomplish your personal, your financial, your professional goals, right? Your business should be working for you, not against you, right? Yes, we need to nurture it, we need to build it. All of that we need to do in the beginning, but someday you should be able to put yourself in a position to exit, to cash out, right? To retire comfortably, to enjoy life. Yes, you're enjoying the process along the way, that's great. But someday, and that someday will come and say, you know what? I've had enough. I've done enough. I've accomplished enough that now I just want to travel the world. I want to do something else. You want to be in that position. And that's what we could help you with within Dragon 100. We have proven systems on how to run your business, different systems that you will need in order to scale. You could just plug and play. You don't need to create these systems from scratch. To see if you qualify for Dragon 100, our exclusive advisory board, you could click the link below. Always remember this, business is a team sport. You don't want to be a player in the court just playing the game. You don't even want to be the key player that's winning those championships. You want your people to be the team player. You don't even want to be the coach coaching that team, because then you are the manager. Where you want to get to is to be the owner of that sports franchise. You want to be the owner of that sports team. So the team is winning championship, not because of you. They're winning the championship without you.
Dan's a force of nature.
He's improved, arguably millions of lives where they can provide themselves with more money. His materials are great, excellent. He's at the top of his game.
Everything he says has a purpose, and everything he does is done with heart.
What I've seen from Sifu Dan Lok, I didn't see it from anyone else. He's done it, he's been there, and he's still doing it.
Because of Dan Lok, my revenue went 30% up.
I actually get like a clearer picture of how I should run my business. I can feel it that he really, truly want to help his students.
Started taking hold of more advanced strategies on building our brand, creating content, leveling up our team.
In an environment where I could actually be around people that were going to support that, encourage that, and hold me to a higher standard.
Dan is a great mentor to get you not only in the right frame of mind, but then to give you the know-how, the tools, the skills to get there.
If you will just follow his advice, go step by step according to his blueprint, you will achieve results more than you can imagine about.